Deadwood know they've lost. They won't lay down without a fight.
Hey, you okay?
Not bad shooting, Traveler.
Yeah, I had some practice.
I'll bet. But don't worry. The ward's as safe a place as any. Safer.
So, it's really real. Food, and water, and folks living with some old white guy?
More or less.
Whoa, whoa, let me get you some water.
I'm fine, Cash?
Ooh, that looks like root rot. I've never seen a case this bad.
I'm fine. I don't know why everyone...
We need to get her to the ward, and quick. Doctor, there's her only chance. We'd better get moving, before we lose the light.
Oh dear.
This is Wriggler.
Call me Riggs. I got you, darling. Don't worry, friend. We'll take good care of her. Welcome to Ward 13.
Hey, don't worry. Riggs is right. She'll be fine.
Are you okay?
Just a headache.
Hey, Clementine. Let me get you some water.
I'm fine.
Oh, you're not fine. You need rest.
Bo! He's the ward's mayor. Thinks that puts him in charge of everything and everyone. Listen, I'm gonna check in with Ford, and then I'll get some rest. Okay? I've been through a lot worse, you know.
So, Traveler, your friend will be fine. I'm Bo Ward, and this is Ward 13. You must have come a long way. I mean, the route's dwindling and all, but the road's still a dangerous place. What were you two doing out there? Yeah, well, you'll be safe here for as long as you need, Traveler. I didn't know anybody knew what we were doing out here. Feels kind of nice, actually. Hey, ask around if you need something. Oh, start with Ford. I'm sure he'd like to meet you. Hey again. Did you have a question? Incredible, isn't she? No one really understands how she does it, not even her. But the feel in the air after she blasts him like that, it's electric. Like the sun after a storm. She's something special, Traveler. And no small part. Between me and... Oh, I don't, what? No, it's not. I don't. I mean, I do, but it's not like that. Have you ever met anyone like her, Traveler? Because I haven't. Like, I haven't always been the bravest guy around, you know, but the way she fights for folks, no matter what it takes out of her, it makes me want to do better. I kind of want to make her proud, you know? I guess you could say she's my inspiration, maybe? Oh, but don't tell her I said that, though. Hey, I'm just glad we got to you, you know, when we did. You stirred up quite a deadwood nest. Haven't seen that many in one place. Oh, that was Wally. He gave us a heads up someone was coming, then Clementine was the one that found you. They got a kind of, Wally... Wallace. He has a way of seeing things. Always has. Wally's been with the ward since he was... the kind I'm damn grateful I don't, to be honest. He sees like the root. Sees what they see sometimes. The past, the future. Whew. All that knowing. It's a lot for someone to carry. You should ask him if you want to know more. I guess. I used to guard the old ward some 20 years ago. I helped out here and there, you know, but before Commander Ford passed, she and the founder, they kinda put me in charge. Yeah, maybe no one else wanted the job, I don't know, but... Oh, thanks. I don't know, I guess I just take care of myself, eat right, get to sleep early, all that. Yeah, Commander Ford always said a leader can't care for anyone if they don't care for themselves. I'm just trying to live right. I reckon she learned it from the founder. He's been around for ages. Granddaughter, actually. Yeah, the founder wasn't around as much back in the day, but Commander Ellen was like a mother to me. To all of us from the old ward. It just doesn't seem right. I couldn't say. Commander used to talk about him like he was dead and gone before I was born. You'd have to ask him yourself, I guess, but he ain't like the rest of us. He's... I usually leave storytelling to Reggie. Or if you want some really wild tales, try Mudtooth. Now there's an old-timer who can make yourself at home, Traveler. We're all family here. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Hey again. Did you have a question? Lots of nice folks here. Talk to them, you'll see. Good luck.
You ever climbed to the top of that tower in the city? It's so beautiful. You can see everything.
How many times has Miss Ava thrown you out of her workshop? Mr. Ford, the old mayor's queen.
It's strange how quiet it is here some
That
days.
makes him...
Like, nothing's
No.
going on.
Wait.
Yeah. Kind of boring if you ask me.
Your friend's super sick,
like a
huh?
little more
What
adventure in
happened
my
to her?
life sometimes.
Doc Nora. Fixes her. She fixes everything.
Well, we could sneak off and do some exploring in the ward. Just you and me. If you want.
Yeah.
Where'd you come from? I grew up here, born right over there. Did you make that weapon? Mr. Brabus sells stuff like that, but it's way better.
You don't talk much about
Are
life
you and
before
your
the war.
friend married? Do people
you
even
did
get
and all.
married out there? What does getting married mean? Ma won't tell me yet, and I'm pretty sure Pa didn't tell me the truth.
Done some things I want.
Are you allowed to eat Mr.
I'm sure
Mutooth's
you did the
stew?
best you could.
I'm not. Ma says she tried some once, and that's
We all
why
did.
I'm like this. I don't know what that means, but I really want to try some.
You ever wonder if all this is...
You met Mr. Ford yet? Ma says he can't die.
Well, what do you mean?
Do you know how to fix old weapons and stuff? Miss Ava does. I like to watch her work sometimes, but she won't let me watch no more. Won't tell me why, neither.
Oh.
Did
I
you
don't
make that
know.
weapon?
That
Mr.
sounds
Brabus
a
sells
little
stuff like that, but it's way better.
Looking for Ford, huh? He is usually over in the warehouse. I hear your friend is sick. Now, lucky for you, Doc Nora is the heart of this place. We would be nowhere without her. Welcome to Ward 13. I truly mean that, stranger. Hey there, stranger. Hey there, stranger.
I'll
You
figure it
don't
out
talk
eventually.
much about life before the war. What you did and all.
Oh. It was a hard time, I guess. I done some things I weren't proud of.
I'm sure you did the best you could. We all did.
You wanna take a walk down on the shore sometime?
The ocean's so beautiful. So peaceful. I love it.
So, you wanna go?
Brad and I used to walk there. No, I don't think I could do it again. If you're looking for Founder
I heard
Ford,
Ford was looking for
I
you.
usually
He's
see
up
him
top,
over at the warehouse.
You know, it's strange how quiet it is here some days. Like, nothing's going on.
Yeah, kind of boring if you ask me. I'd like a little more adventure in my life sometimes.
Oh, yeah? Well, we could sneak off and do some exploring in the old ward. Just you and me. If you want.
Yeah, or we could just hang out here.
Looking for Ford? He's over in the warehouse. Sure he's got something going on.
Hey,
Always does.
you're the newcomer, ain't you? Nora Camarillo. I keep folks alive around here. You know, you're lucky they found you when they did. She's great. A real spitfire, that one. Like what? Listen, I don't care what you two are. I'm just saying, don't lose it, whatever it is. That girl's tough, all right. But right now, she needs rest. When she's up and about, I'll make sure you know. Asking questions is the only way we learn, as my grandpa used to say. What are you trying to say, sunshine? Well, no need for that. You know how a doctor gets good at it? Study gives you head knowledge, a necessary start. But it don't make you good. You learn a thing by doing it over and over again. For me, that means people who need my help. The more people there are suffering. My grandfather, he'd been treating folk his whole life, nearly as long as the root's been around. I started assisting once. He helped more people in his long life than you and I have ever even met. But how I helped him most was digging through the old hospitals. Even after a century. Tons. The old humans knew a lot about the human body, it turns out. Stuff even Grandpa didn't know. Did you know they used to be able to replace a man's lungs with someone else's? Or put a dead man's liver in someone whose liver didn't work anymore? To think of all the... There's plenty if you know what to look for. Most of the basic meds are long gone. But there's still plenty of specialized tools and ingredients there. Stuff no one knows what to do with but me and my grandfather. What they don't got, what I never found once, is a cure for root rot. That's why so many folks died when the root... A treatment, not a cure. He probably wasn't the only one. I'm sure others came to the same solutions independently. But after Grandpa figured it out, he traveled as far as he could and taught it to everyone he met. I don't know where he started, but I reckon every treatment within 100 miles of here is derived directly from his work. You can thank him that your friend came here maybe 10 years back. My ma had died and Grandpa didn't feel safe carting me around the countryside by himself. It turned out good. The city's full of scrounge, and Grandpa made a living selling bandages and meds while treating folks for free. I do the same. He even attended the old commander when she... All right. Sure thing. Take care, Sunshine. Back again, traveler. Go on, then. Need anything else, Sunshine? See you around, traveler.
You don't talk much about life.
seem pretty capable, stranger. You do fine here. Were you hurt out there, too? Doc Nora can help. Lots of folks can help. Your friend looks pretty sick. But don't worry. Doc Nora knows what she's doing.
Looking for Ford? He's up top in that warehouse over there. Hey, stranger. Can't talk now.
So many new faces these days. Things must be getting a mite easier out there. Welcome, traveler. I'm Reginald Malone, but my friends call me Reggie. You can too. Saw you come in with Bo and Clementine there. Oh, you can be sure they'll do everything they can for your friend. Ain't the first to come through here needing help. I have been known to tell a story or two, though old Mudtooth does give me a run for my money. Or did you mean that I collect the stories? Because I do that too. And I'd love to hear your tale, traveler. Oh, now that sounds like the start of a damn good story. What brought you out here? I hear that. Why, if half of old Mudtooth's tales are true, the world used to be a hell of a lot more connected. It's past time we took that back from the root, too. You're in the right place, traveler. How about your friend? How'd you meet her? So you, owe her a debt? Or maybe you paid it off by getting her here. Hey, what do I know? I tell you what, though. Ain't no logic keeping tabs with people's lives. We look out for each other because we're human, yeah? It's the only way that makes sense to me. The only thing that makes humanity worth being around. Speaking of your friend, I heard you came in with a nasty case of root rot. What happened to you two out there? Yeah, I can understand that. Ain't easy talking about hard times. Yeah, don't push her if she ain't ready, yeah? But, don't forget about it either. Could be that telling you what happened is the only thing that can set her free. Well, don't you worry. We've dealt with nastier things here, believe me. I reckon she'll come through just fine. What about you? What do you hope to find out here? You're a good friend, traveler. I hope you stick around. This town could use folks like you. So, now I've got a measure of you. Is there anything I can do for you? Let's see what we got going on here. Don't be a stranger.
Well, hey, get away from my stew! Oh, it's you. Oh, nonsense. I'm sure you had a reason. Mi casa et tu, Brute. And all that. So, what can all... Oh, ho, ho. You came to the right place, traveler. Town, you call it. Back in my day, a place like this wouldn't be considered much more than a camp or a bivouac. You might call it. Nah, this ain't no town. Not yet. But it is a fine place to set up kip. I lived by myself for years, see? Had myself what you calls it, a hockapatopter. That thing could fly to the moon and back. It could. Anywho, I was living by myself when my boy Brabus showed up saying we should move on. Told me it wasn't safe for me to be living like I've been living no more. He told me about this place. Well, Brabus, he's my son. 'Twere his idea to come join this little shanty town. Not a bad idea it was, neither. He's over yonder. Quite a bit, stranger. The name's Mudtooth. And ain't nobody been around longer or seen more than I have. Except maybe old Ford, of course. But that old mudder cheats. Anyway, he hardly tells any of his stories. Only 3 reasons why folks come to... That's so? Huh. Did I tell you about this? That one too, eh? Well, that's it, ain't it? My stories and my stew. Listen, you sure I said there were 3 reasons? 'Cause there's only 2, and that's certain. Don't worry, it happens to all of us. You'll lose a lot more than that if you get to be my age. You bet your apple I can, but these ain't just stories, stranger. They're objective retellings of legitimate occurrences what you wouldn't believe. Now, where to start? You heard about the old wards, right? Hell, you should have. You're on top of one. The wards were where the root were born. Government experiments, you understand. Well, the oldest one, Ward Goose Egg it's called, was where it all started. And that's where it was worst, see? So this mad scientist by the name of, let me see now, what was his name? Leto was his name. He says there's only one way we can stop what we made and save the world. So, he flies his heliopopper. They flew back in those days, see, that's what they were built for. And he looks down at the ward where the root are pouring out like ants. He says, blow that sucker up. And boy, they did. Blew the whole damn thing. Didn't stop the root, though. I mean, obviously. Oh, here's a good one. So I was on a scrounge with the Crazy 8. That was my gang back in the day. We came across this old hospital, see? Folks were holed up in the basement, trapped there for God knows how long. But the root had found those folks same time we did. Now, the Crazy 8, they were all for running. We got 88 problems, they'd say, and dead folks ain't one of them. But not me. I knew those folks needed help. Also, knew they had food and meds. So I fought for them, tooth and nail. Literally a-biting and a-chewing the damn deadwood off me. When it was over, the Crazy 8 come up to me, and I just smile at them, with root bits stuck all over my teeth. Looked like mud, they said. There you go, Mudtooth. Name stuck ever since. This is 100% true. Ain't no one on this planet more beautiful or dangerous than the Moth Queen. She rules an old swamp about 100 miles off in, that direction. Folks say If you climb one of these here towers on a clear night, you can see the swamp lights a-flashing. But them ain't no ordinary swamp lights. And she ain't no ordinary queen. She don't lead her people, who really ain't even people, come to think of it. Anyways, the Moth Queen draws her folk to her like a... well, like a moth, I guess. That's how the saying goes. Anyway, she captures folks with her beauty and her mothy pulchritude. And she never lets them go. She infects their mind so they never want to leave. And she turns them into something else. If you head off that way, keep your wits about you. 'Cause that swamp used to be a city as big as this'n. But no more. No more. Ha 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 ha! Here's a good one. You met old Wally yet? The boy ain't right, but not in a mudder way. He just ain't right. Talks to the root, he says. I reckon I know why, too. I ain't never told him this, but I was there at his birth. Pooh-hoo! Don't believe me? You wouldn't be the first. But it's true. Why, I was there when he, of course I'm awake. Now, don't believe me? Ha, you wouldn't be the first. But it's true. That boy Wally was born under a blood moon. Always strange, they say. Harbinger of changeification and whatnot. I heard him cry out his first breath I did, and I says to myself, that ain't natural. Like the squall of some blackbird. Caw-caw! Don't tell him I said it. He wouldn't believe it anyway. Or maybe he would, come to think of it. You talked to him yet? Boy ain't right. Stop me if I told you this one already. I ever tell you the secret behind my stew? Well, I ain't gonna. But I will tell you how it came to be, yeah? The original recipe comes from my ma, of course. But that ain't the end of the story. My ma made a fine stew. But it weren't nothing to tell tales about. Not until the day me and the Crazy Eight got ourselves trapped in one of them old, medieval, meditating... We was trapped in one of them medicinal compounds, full of pharmaceuticals and whatever you call them. And I had nothing but a dead coney and an onion on my belt, which weren't good for much, but were the style at the time. So we scrounged for ingredients. Well, them hospitalities ain't no good for food, but they do have some pretty mean spices lying around if you know what you're doing, which I do. That night was the best stew any of us ever had in our lives. Kept us going for days, until finally the dead wood outside got bored and took off. And that, friend, is the same stew I make today. I even use the same ingredients as them back in the day medicinals. Better even. You know, I actually can't think of another good one. Curse of getting old, I guess. Let me rest my mind eyes and my brain thoughts. Maybe some more will come to me. Oh, ho, ho. You came to the right place, traveler. I'm always here to answer them if you got them. Why, sure, but it ain't ready just yet. The lunch rush today was something fierce, I tell you. But I'll have some for you quicker than you can say Crazy Eight. Well, maybe not that quick. I done already said it, didn't I? Just come back in a while, I'll be sure to save you a bowl. Be sure to come back for some stew.
Hey, what did old Mudtooth want earlier?
Him? I think he tried to slip something into the stew. Don't worry, I set him straight.
This is not up for discussion, Clementine. You're staying, and that's final.
I don't remember asking for your permission.
Watch your tone, young lady.
Excuse me? I'm 132 years old, in case you forgot. And I am not your child. You don't have authority over me.
On this, I do. This town needs you. You can't go wandering off after something that might not even exist.
Oh, that's rich. What have you been doing the last 100 years then, huh? What the hell are you doing right now?
Well, that's different. I'm trying to fix things.
Things that you broke when you tried to play God.
That was hard. We'll talk about this later.
Out of my way.
Whoa, what have we here? Ah, the Traveler, of course. Wallace said yes, right on time. Sorry you had to see that. But then again, you've been around. I'm sure you know. Families fight. Andrew Ford. Good to make your acquaintance. In the flesh. I'm sure you've got a lot of questions, and I've got a favor to ask. So let's get to it. You first. That's a longer story than I can indulge right now. Let's keep it to this. You know how some things you drink can make you drunk, and some things you eat can make you sick or sleepy? Well, other things do this. It's a great answer, just not a full one. Not you precisely, as in name, rank, serial number. Our young Wallace told me. Wallace? He's a special kid. A lot like somebody I used to know. She had bad dreams, too. Dreams about things that hadn't yet come to. It's more like he can see really far into the present. Sometimes. Oh, nothing too dangerous. I've got to marshal my resources. And then we'll get into it. Anyone in particular? Arguing's not the same as fighting. Clem and I have known each other longer than anyone else here. That's a lot of water to put under a narrow bridge. Looks can be deceiving. In fact, she's 132 years old. Not quite. Clementine spent a long time away, keeping strange company. Something like that will change you. Compared to who? Bo might be young, but he knows the run of a ward. Learned from the best. He was orphaned, just a kid. Ward 13 sort of adopted him. Ran security when he got old enough. Did a damn good job of it. Only made... Don't think there's a soul in town has lost as much as Riggs. Don't know how that man gets up out of bed every day. Okay? All right, Traveler. Now that you've shot your shot, here's mine. I need an able young scrapper to help an old man out. Talk to Wally. You'll find him out by the docks. After that, gear up, and then meet me at the ward gate. I'll tell you a story.
friend. That's right. But everybody calls me Riggs. I try to keep folks safe out there. My specialty is armor and weapons upgrades. Speaking of which, Bo mentioned you might need some help getting your feet back under you. Well, whatever you need, don't be afraid to ask. We all help each other out here. Even McCabe. You know where to find me.
I swear to God and my mother. Well, if there is enough first time for everything. All right, new kid. Let me save you some time. I'm McCabe. I like to keep to myself and my work. My work happens to be tinkering and modding weapons. And that's already more information than I like giving out. Understand? Look, it's not personal. I just don't like being distracted. I get into a zone, you know? Pisses me off when people come by and interrupt my me time. But I'll tell you what. You're clearly not the average stray that shows up here. So I'll make you a deal. You find anything interesting out there, bring it back to me and I'll see. Oh, and if you tell anyone I was nice to you, I will cut you. You're back. Okay, that's all you get. Bye now.
Well, ain't you a right mutter? Traipsing in here like you own the place. Ha, I'm just pulling ya. Name's Brabus, and I run security around here. Though seeing as you got the mayor's personal approval, I reckon you his problem now. I also make sure folks hereabouts can protect themselves. Ain't just the root kicking around. A lot of folks still ain't chummy with this whole re-damn straight. A lot of folks only ever learn how to look out for themselves. They don't know any different. I used to be one of them. Up until about 20 years ago, I ran a pack called the Mud Dogs. We took what we wanted and killed anyone who crossed us. It was a dog-eat-dog world back then. We all did what we had to survive. Things might be different now, but a lot of folks can't. Why not? Passes the time. I guess I set myself up for that one. I told you the Mud Dogs didn't take hell from no one. And won't anyone stood up to us without getting knocked down. Save one. This mutter walks into my court, confident as a wolf in a rabbit trap. I'm thinking, this'll be a fight to remember, eh? At best. Then, I noticed something the mutter's got on him. It's a watch. What belonged to my old man. I figure he finally tripped the branches and I'm about to wring this wanderer's neck myself. But then, the wanderer says the old man gave it to him. That caught me. The old man wouldn't give up that watch to no one but family. And he never gave it to me. I let the wanderer go. After taking the watch, of course. But I couldn't stop, so I hear. Changed the world a few times over, that one. Sometime later, I got the nerve to see the old man myself. He surprised me. He wasn't pissed or patronizing, just sat me down and started telling stories like we'd been chatting every day. He didn't say nothing about the watch when I told him. Just glad it had a home. Tell you what, I think he wanted me to take it, the old bastard. Anyway, we talked a lot after that, and when word got out that folks here at the ward were starting something new, well, the old man and I both knew what needed doing. I told the Mud Dogs they were free to do as they liked. We weren't a pack no more, and the old man and I set up shop here. Kinda boring to tell you the truth, but oh, that old mutter. People call him Mudtooth. He's set up over yonder, and he's more than happy to tell you about himself. And then some. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but he was the leader of the Mud Dogs before I took him over. They'd got soft, see? Couldn't hack it in a dog-eat-dog world. Of course, that ain't the way he tells it. We still don't see eye to eye on which of us was right. Disagree to agree, I guess. Well, the Mud Dogs ran for years. Started out with my old man in a place called Sanctuary, and eventually came out here. We set ourselves up in a place folks started calling Cutthroat Channel. Nobody came in or out without our say-so. Not even Deadwood. Yeah, I got a story or two from the glory days. Don't know what else I can tell you, save the stories folks around here like to spin. The way they tell it, that wanderer walked through crystals to other worlds until one day they slammed the door on the Deadwood altogether and saved the world. Yeah, they all sound just like my old man with these stories. Who says they have? Deadwood is still here, ain't they? Maybe the bulk of them have just moved on or something. I don't know. I ain't complaining, mind you. It was a bad winter. Real bad. Even the Deadwood wouldn't go out in it. But they didn't need to. Goddamn Earth was killing us all on its own. There was nothing to eat, and I mean nothing. Mud dogs would raid and steal, but there weren't no one to raid from. We'd threaten people's lives, and they'd laugh like it was a gift. Weren't surprising then when the dogs turned on each other. Started with one fool called Beers. He accused me of hoarding, so I punched him. Soon the whole gang was fighting. It was chaos. Bleeding and shouting and cussing. Finally, I cracked Beers on the skull, and he don't get up. It's over 100 pounds of meat on your average human stranger. When it like that, you'd be stupid to pass it up. What? You think dog eat dog was some kind of metaphor? Alright, back in the day, whenever a group of folks came traipsing into the Mud Dog's den, you'd give them a choice. Kill each other, or get killed. They told them we was weeding out the weak. But that wasn't the real reason. That particular tradition started the day Chavez and his gang rolled in and said they wanted to join forces. Not on my word, no. There was only 3 of them, all torn up like they'd try to steal fish from a bear. The rest of Chavez's gang had been chewed up by Deadwood, he said. That seemed legit to me. I was just about to let him join when Chavez's deputy, the woman with the unlikely name Sonny, turns on the other 2 and starts slicing them up. Well, me and the boys start taking bets. It was the most fun we'd had in months. After the other 2 fell, Sonny says Chavez was planning on killing me in my sleep, taking the gang. Ever since, folks come looking to join up. We had them fight each other first. Yeah, it weeds out the weak, yeah. But also make sure nobody's stupid enough to try a coup. First, let me ask you something. Your family's starving. Has been for days, and there's no food nowhere, except for a bunker, where a bunch of survivors are holed up. What do you do? There ain't nothing you got what they want. Fact is, they'd love any excuse to kill you, just to make them feel a little safer. Like it or not, fight or flight are your only real options. You're thinking like a mud dog. Problem was, there was 4 of them for every one of us. All of them packing. I said to my dogs, what's the one thing this world's got no end of? More than guns or food or mudders what got more than enough of both? Deadwood, I said. See, the root don't care about food or guns. All you gotta do is break a bunker open. The root... That's the world it was, stranger. Because, traveler, I'm reformed. That's so. Well, there's one of my old man's tales that is true. He used to live in this old chopper. Made a good sniper's nest, letting him pop off Deadwood one at a time. That kept him off for a while. But the mud dogs got wind they were mustering something big. I weren't about to let the old man kick it, so we set a trap up for their trap. Problem was, they moved faster than we thought. We had explosives set around for most of the area, but the Deadwood came too soon. We hadn't set the detonators yet. The old man, though, he wakes in the crack of night. howling, popping off shot after shot at the root. Well, one of his shots must have hit our explosives, because suddenly the whole street goes up in flames. My dogs got lucky. Only a couple were close enough to get singed. But the root got blown all to hell. To this day, my old man thinks he killed 300 of them. So here's the thing. Every shot my old man took, and he must have killed dozens of Deadwood before it was over, was dead on. The only shot he missed was the one that blew the trap. So you tell me, who really killed all those root? Well, I suppose I got one more left in me. You ever hear of the Root Mother? She's one of them weirdos even the Deadwood left alone. Folks used to see her for advice. Crazy folks, desperate. My mud dog's caught one of these crazies. As he begs for his life, he tells us some secret the Root Mother told him. A place in the sewer, good to hole up against Deadwood. Dumb bastard. We killed him anyway, of course. He had food. But one of my boys convinced me to check out his story. That's how we found Cutthroat Channel. Once the Deadwood cleared out, it wasn't so hard to keep it clear. Stayed there for years. So the dumb bastard was right.
Not so much
Ha! You sound like the loonies here in town. Root crazies don't know me from a jar of dirt. We just made our own luck, was all.
Yeah, need something with a longer barrel.
Yeah, true as truth, anyway. And a hell of a lot truer than anything my old man will tell you. Good. Got tired of answering questions. You want my permission, stranger? You're gonna have to prove your worth. I need you to kill the mayor. Yeah, Bo. I'm looking to take over this place, see? And he's all that stands in my way. So what I need from you is... Ah, damn. I couldn't get through it all. I'm just pulling you again, stranger. We're all friends here, even me and the mayor, basically. Down the firing range. Watch yourself, stranger. Wood ain't clean yet. What you need, Wanderer? Remember, choices you make out there.
I bet Riggs could help me out. I should stop by sometime. I usually like to check in with Wallace before I head out on a big hunt. You know, find out the good hunting spots.
I hope your friend's all right. You look real bad.
Stranger.
I heard Miss Clementine saved your life. I hope you told her thank you. She said I could totally be like her someday.
Wally's waiting for you. Don't believe me? Talk to him. You'll see.
Greetings. Forgive me. I am not good with packs. Oh, it is new. I thought I had seen it before. So difficult to tell packs to take apart without hoof and horn. I am Sa Israk Thadwell. My Paxeltech name is Dwell. I sell crystals from my world. Of course, Paxeltech. Paxeltech, foreign to the pan, meaningless. Perhaps on Paxeltech world, but it is at home on Dwell. Yes, that is always the question. I am Pan, from the world of Yesha, where the Eternal Empress reigns, the Doe and Ravager run free, and the balance breathes life. Alas, it is not. Long and long have the Immortals oppressed the common Pan, wielding their power as if it were something they had earned or deserved. The Pan have rebelled against this tyranny, and for a time, it looks as if we could win. Then the pestilence came. What Paxel call the Root. When I last saw her, Yesha languished under the pestilence. The Ravager prowls, and the Doe is lost. The Paxel Ford, the founder. On its last visit to Yesha, it said it was possible. I do not understand the complexities myself, but now I am here. Ford came to Yesha many times, aiding the rebels against the tyranny of Immortals. His desire to protect was clear even then, as was his craft for violence, which he freely shared. Dwell did not learn Paxel Ford's violence, but shared in aiding the rebels with the same crystals I offer here. Both aided rebellion, so both shared the imprisonment. Oh, I languished for years, a cost I had never hoped to pay. But another Paxeltech, the not Paxeltech name perhaps, but it is my name whilst I live among Paxeltech tongues. Gems, refined from a special crystal found only on Yesha. The Ahane, priests of the Pan, forbid the crystal's use among commoners. But the Gull are craftier than Ahane know. Long and long have the Gull. All crystals are special. A crystal is order, perfection from husk to heart. Some crystals split light, others, like stones used to bring me here, can bridge worlds. These crystals carry power within them. Some Pan believe them to be divine, but this power is merely the interaction of the crystal's harmony with the chaos of the world. As the Ahane have done for ages, I refine the crystal to magnify its harmony and focus its power. Yes. Of course, Paxeltech. Yes. Yes. Farewell.
You're looking for Wallace? He's up there. Best view in town.
I see you, Traveler. You're the one Ford's been waiting for. Though, he doesn't know he's been waiting. He thinks he needs help. It's her who needs it. You know. And you don't. Sorry. I shouldn't say. Things get messier when I tell them. I'm Wallace. Did I say that yet? Probably. The site, you know? Sorry, I probably said that already too. You have a path to walk. You choose the first step here, but your path can change if you want it to. Yep. That makes a lot of sense now. You're right, of course. Your path is waiting. Tell Brabus and McCabe I sent you. They have what you need. They're the next step on your journey. Goodbye, Traveler. I see you, Traveler. They don't like it when I help you, but it is the role I must play. Until next time, Traveler. They don't like it when I help you, but it is the role I must play. Goodbye, traveler.
What you need, Wanderer?
Better for killing and hunting.
That boy what talks to the root? I don't trust Wally with a hot meal. But I also ain't dumb enough to cross him. I don't reckon he was any more specific. Right. Well, the boy's crazy, but he ain't stupid. And I can see your gear is, lacking, to say the least. If he asks, you tell him I gave you this. No charge. Riggs is gonna talk my ear off if I don't send you over to him next, isn't he? Fine. Go see Riggs, then. Tell him he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Well, good for big game, but not so much what I'm after. Well, good for big game, but not so much what I'm after.
You, again. Shit. You're serious, aren't you? Alright, so what the hell is this journey? I swear, if that boy weren't so goddamn right all the time, he and I'd be having words. Percussive ones. Fine. Well, the only reason anyone bothers me is because I'm good with a hammer. So either I can modify your weapons, or we can find a more creative use for it. Tell you what. I heard you picked up something strange on your little jaunt earlier. Maybe I could do something with it. That ought to help with whatever journey he saw you on. Just tell Wally to be more specific next time, yeah? So we're done here, right? Or do I need the hammer again? Let me save you some time so you don't keep nattering on. We used to live in that building over there. Then a stranger came. We called them the Wanderer. You might have noticed everyone gets a handle here. Anyway, they show up and stop the route. Now, we live in these buildings here. That clear it up for you? And me? I keep it real simple. Less to worry about that way. We're finished here.
Oh, traveler. I don't suppose he was more particular about why. Right. Well, I've got a pretty focused skill set. I reckon I know what he means. Come to me if you ever need to upgrade your equipment. You know where to find me.
Howdy! What you need? Oh, ho, ho! You came to the right place, traveler. Would you believe old Mudtooth's out of tails? Well, don't, 'cause I ain't. But I could use some time to simmer before telling the next one. Come back later, yeah? Be sure to come back for some stew.
We can discuss this later.
Something on your mind, traveler? Lots of nice folks here. Talk to them, you'll see. Good luck.
You don't talk much about life before the war. What you did and all.
Maybe just need to go see Riggs. Yeah, need something with a longer barrel. Hope you ain't causing trouble, stranger. Won't work for me. What you looking for?
Oh, Brabus gotta polish his stuff more. You can't shoot straight with this.
Yeah. All right. Watch your back. You know who to trust out there.
That Donald. Always talking about getting out of here, sailing the sea. You'll never catch me on a boat.
Maybe I just need to go see.
That's okay. I'll be Mr. Ferguson this time.
Now you look like you could help an old man take on the world. You ready to do this? Then let's not waste any more time. This way. Still smells like home. Here, take this. Just crank the handle to make it work. This used to be a research facility, cutting edge. We did things down here nobody dreamed of. Not before nor since. Yet, for all our manpower, we didn't know what the stones really were. Until it was too late.
The stones?
The World Stones. Giant red crystals that let us see into other worlds. Even travel to them. So, what? We just hide the stones away and hope the Soviets hadn't found their own? No. We had to know everything there was to know. It was a matter of national security. Of pride. So yeah, we opened the door and walked through.
But something was waiting on the other side.
It didn't happen right away. The inhabitants of the worlds we traveled to couldn't follow us. We thought we were safe. But yeah, the route found a way. After that, well, we all know what happened after that. Locked, huh? Well, this is my house. Come on. I gave Ellen a few things to hang on to in case of emergency. She must have hidden it around here somewhere. Come on, Ellie, where'd you hide it? That red thing. We call it a dragon heart. Don't ask why. Take it with you. You might need it. Come on, let's go. There you are. Hurry up. Hey, take a look at that matchbook you found. I got a hunch. Let's get this door unlocked. Can't stand around all day. What are you waiting for?
Is that the...
The World Stone. Yes. Or part of it, anyway. Every shard's as useful as the whole. We shut it down after Harsgard died. Like I told Ellen at the time. The damn thing's more dangerous than useful. Huh. Of course not. Never mind. Now, let's see if that worked.
Work to do what, exactly? Holy shit!
So many years. So many journeys. I wonder if the Andrew Ford who first touched this crystal, did he ever come back? Go back. Tell Bo to bury this place. Not just lock it away, but get some explosives and bury it in a tomb of concrete. More dangerous than useful, traveler. Remember that.
Ford? Ford? Ford! Oh, man. Bo is gonna be pissed.
That bastard did it. He actually woke it up.
Clementine? Hey.
Did he tell you how to use it? Do I even want to?
System failure is imminent. The core has been compromised. The utility is required. Commencing acquisition.
Ah! Help! Clementine! Don't let go! I'm slipping! Don't let it take me!
Clementine! Shit! Oh, shit. Oh, shit, shit. Oh, no, 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 don't do it. Don't you do it! Oh, this is so stupid.
Where are you guys?
This is all insane! Both with the crystal and Ford!
I better get moving if I'm gonna find Clementine. Whoa. Is that it?
Thank the Founder. You're alive. Where's... What happened? I knew the Founder was up to something. I mean, who else wants to visit the old ward, huh? Look, I'm sorry you got involved in this, Traveler. So, then what happened? Wait, what? Clementine? Where is she? Is she okay? Right, sorry. Clementine, she means a lot to all of us. We gotta find her. I'll get everybody together. If she went through the World Stone, she could be anywhere. Yeah, damn straight you could. She could be anywhere, like worlds away. All right. I'll get Brabus and Riggs. I'll tell them to... Oh, what the hell am I doing? I don't know what's out there any more than you do. Oh, I'd be putting the whole town at risk. Clem wouldn't want that. Hell, it's a miracle you came back. Oh, I'm sorry. The town will help you all it can, but I can't ask anyone to... Thanks, Traveler. Talk to the folks around town. They should have any supplies you need. You know, Ford used to tell me, old Commander Ford, not the Founder, that a leader and a hero are two different things. The leader's place is always with her people. I thought she was just taking a dig at her grandfather for leaving all the time, but I think I'm starting to understand her better now. Yeah, so after you and the Founder went missing, Riggs and I went looking for you. Found the stone floating and glowing like the old days. I had a hunch what happened. Not my first experience with this thing, you know? I wanted it out here this time, so we could help anyone who came through right away. Turns out that was the right choice. Who knows? Right. So, long time ago, when the Root were still everywhere, I helped the Wanderer get to the oldest ward somewhere out past the... tell the truth, I don't even know where it is. Now, that's the thing about the world. Yeah, that's what That's what they call him. Yeah, I didn't come up with it. Yeah, the Wanderer did all the real stuff. Entered the ward, fought the Root, found Clementine. Anyway, yeah, I know better than most. Anything can come out of one of these things. I mean, I knew she was gone. I just didn't know she was that gone. Clem takes off from time to time, you know? It's just her way. She'll disappear for hours, sometimes days at a time. Well, I never liked it, but she can take care of herself, yeah? And it's not like I could stop her anyway. And she always came back, saying she just... Yeah, well, the Founder's his own thing, ain't he? It's not the first time he's disappeared on us. Not even the 5th time. Commander Ford, the Founder's granddaughter, used to say relying on the Founder was like running across rubble. Now, you could do it for a while, but sooner or later, it'll let you down. Now, I don't know if I'd go that far, but Founder Ford, he was always more of like... well, more of an idea to us than a leader. Hell, when I was a kid, everyone thought he'd been dead for years. But that's the thing about the Founder. Yeah, she's doing great. Can't keep her down, really. As soon as she heard you disappeared with the Founder, she was on her feet. Nothing the doc said would stop her. I don't know what she was doing all that time. Looking for you, maybe, or just keeping herself busy. Anyway, all that anxiety of hers turned out to be pretty helpful. She even set up shop over toward the entrance gate. You should go see her. Hey, let me know as soon as you find Clem, okay? We're all worried about her.
What can I do for you? You know where to find me.
Hey, over here! God damn, it is you! The room... Ooh, yikes. Yeah, they said you ran off with that old Ford fella and disappeared, and I ain't seen you since. Where have you been? That tracks. Someone gets in trouble, so you go on after her. Just remember, you owe me still. That debt's non-transferable. I'm guessing this thing with Clementine had something to do with that big-ass crystal floating over there. Bo said it can take you other places. Other worlds, even? Feels like anything can be true here. Yeah, I don't know what's in that stuff Doc Nora gave me, but I ain't felt this good for years. Hell, maybe it was Fulton's blend. You know me. I get anxious sitting still for too long. So, I went out to the ruins and scrounged anything useful I could find. I was just doing what I do to survive, you know. Maybe get some things together for when we moved on, but then you didn't come back. And Bo said folks around here could use this stuff, so I set up shop. So hey, if you ever need anything out there in the worlds or whatever, you just let me know. I got all kinds of stuff for trade. Well, alright. You know me. I don't settle so much as stop moving on for a while. Though, I like any place with a warm bed and decent food, but now that I think about it, there's something different about this place. I mean, besides weird shit like floating crystals and girls that shoot light out of their hands. The people here are... they're good. They help each other. I think most of them like each other. I ain't seen that in a long time. Maybe ever. I don't know if you've met them all yet, but do, eh? They're good folk. And I can tell you who does what if you want. I've been around here long enough for that, at least. Have you met Dwell yet? Not a human one, that's for sure. He calls himself a Pan from some place called Yeisha. I tell you what, I don't understand half of what he's talking about. But the crystals he sells, you'll want to talk to Reggie. He's got all kinds of cures and tonics. A fix to what ails you, he says. And while you're over there, see if you can figure out what's going on with that old Mudtooth. He's got some crazy stories, but I can't tell if any of them are true. His stew's pretty good, too, once you... I don't know. Why? You ready to move on or something? Oh, I get it. You just want to know if I've gone soft for this place, huh? I admit, I'm starting to take a shine to it. This is the first place in a long while that's felt anything like home. I mean, you know me. Comfort makes me skittish, but I don't know. It feels like it'd be hard to get too comfortable in a place with glowing portals and talking goats. Anyway, well, all right. I'll be here when you get back.
Something you need, young'un? Well, shoot, traveler, I might have some answers for you. You won't believe this one, but you should. There's an old man what lives at the center of a maze. Or does he live at the gate to the maze? I don't matter. This old man sees everything. And I don't mean like he can see whatever he wants when he wants. I mean, he sees everything all at once. That ain't all. The old man in the maze is a maker. The maze, see, is like a spider web full of doors, stretching its threads every which way. And this watcher man sits at the center, and he don't just watch. He makes. Where there ain't a door, he makes one. And then he makes what's on the other side of it, too. Ho, 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 I can see on your face you ain't buying it. But I tell you, this earth of ours is just one door in a dozen hundred. And if in this maze watcher decides he wants someplace to end, all he got to do is snap a thread and poof, no more door, no more world. This one's 100% true. Long time ago, when I was just 10 years old or so, I moved to a place called Sanctuary. Sanctuary was true to its name. It was a place where folks came to be free from the dead wood, to protect each other. A lot like this place. Boy, Sanctuary had everything. Folks there had working engines and roads filled with fruit trees. But Sanctuary had this one thing I ain't never seen since. They called them movers, and I can still see them in my mind. See, they'd hook up this battery, right? Only it weren't storing power, but stories. They'd hook it up to a wheel and a light, and bam! Whole worlds just show up on the wall. Talking rabbits and stuttering pigs and this one real surly duck. Maybe it's something like Ford's old crystals. Except you couldn't walk into the movers. Believe me, I tried. Nah, they just played for you, sound and all. Transporting you to another place. Maybe that's where I got my love of stories, huh? Huh. Never really thought about it till now. Stop me if I told you this one already. Did I tell you I once sailed across that ocean to that old rusted tower? It was after that wanderer came through here and cleared out the storm. Old Mudtooth's crazy, you know, but I ain't stupid. I tell you, I saw things down there that I ain't seen in I tell you, I saw things down there that you ain't never seen in your life. Down there in that rusted place was just machinery and roots twisting every which way, like the root themselves had built it. But they didn't. No, that old place was called Ward 10 and 7. You can see it plastered all over, and it was built by humans. By the folks Ford himself used to serve, if you can believe that. Oh, he'll deny it, I'm sure. But all them electronicals they got down there are the same damn things you'll find in old Ward 10 and 3. And that place, I know he founded. He's the founder, after all. What were they up to down there? Now, that's the question. I heard some answers myself, but I don't know if I believe them. There's a story for another time. Don't think I told you this one yet. Crazy 8 traveled a lot after leaving Sanctuary. Came to this one town named Ghostwell. No, Oak Hole. No, wait. It was Swan Creek. Swan Creek, I'm sure of it. Anyway, this Croakswell town didn't take kindly to strangers, and that sure as hell meant us. We stayed anyway, of course. Brought 'em good scrounge, we did. Nobody scavenged like the Crazy 8. And there was this girl, smartest damn girl you ever met. Her old man, though, he didn't like us one bit, especially me. So one day, there's a banging on the doorstep. I open the door, and the girl's old man clocks me with the butt of his shotgun. Knocked out one of my teeth, he did. Then he points the gun in my face and starts shouting, "Which one of you assly holes got her in the family way?" he says. "I know it was one of you." Well, I ain't gonna argue with a man behind a gun. So I looks around, sees my tooth in the mud, and says, "Mudtooth, he's the one you're after." And off he ran after someone who don't exist. Or didn't exist, I guess. We ditched Ghost Crack that day, but the name came with me. And that's the story of how Brabus was born. Except he weren't born yet, was he? Not born, then. The other thing. Conceptualized. Ha 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 ha! Here's a good one. So, I gotten separated from the Crazy 8. My gang, you see. We've been chased by these big old deadwood, taller than a man with 10 times as many pointy bits. Ooh, nasty fellers. The others, they holed up in this old scrap building and slammed the door. Left me for dead. There was no way in, but there were these old pipes underground. Sewage, judging by the stink. But I weren't gonna stay out there with deadwood creeping round, so I held my breath and crawled through what must have been half a mile. I come busting out of the pipes and right into the middle of the Crazy 8. They were holding me a funeral. I stand up, covered in mud and God knows what else, and just smile at them. And that, friend, is where I got the name Mudtooth. Now, I love a good tale as well as any and more than most. But even I know the value of what you're doing out there. You go out and do good, you hear? I'll have more tales for you later. Well, shoot, traveler, I might have some answers for you. Be sure to let me know if you do. Well, sure. Been cooking all day, getting the flavors just right. So long as you head back then, eh?
Great. More bad news.
It's over.
This looks important. This isn't looking good.
I know it's nice. You're both a killer. Try to get him!
I don't like the look of this.
Yeah!
Top off!
Here!
Bag's full.
Hey, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Feel that later.
Wow. This place is like nothing I've ever seen. a real bad feeling about this place.
Take him out!
Not a room.
Look around! Intruders!
He's been invaded!
I got you. Incoming!
Keep it up!
Don't stop now! Don't stand for me! Stay! Reloading!
I've acted worse than you! Well, it's got your name on it!
Outside is here!
Don't let them escape!
Look out!
This ain't good.
Thanks.
Come on.
Appreciate it.
Gonna feel that later.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Whew. Thanks.
No more room.
Kill the stranger!
Outsiders! Blast them!
Watch out!
What is that smell?
Bag's full.
Get it. Yeah.
Shit! They see us!
Don't let him get away!
So, do you think Clementine came this way?
I don't know. I think it would have been good if she did.
This looks important.
Incoming!
Give him all you've got!
Hey, we've got a big one coming our way! Be careful! I'm sure that's not the last of them.
I wonder what this is.
Interesting.
for you stand in the presence of Feyrin, the Almighty. We are the slayer of the one true king, conqueror of all race of Fey. In my presence, all must tremble and fall. But you, aren't you a strange and pathetic little creature? I'm afraid you have stumbled into the wrong door, little mouse. Yet, curiosity stays my hand a moment. That will be remedied, though I commend you in maintaining my interest. Do you have purpose here, or shall I crush you for want of entertainment? Is that another rodent like yourself? Unfortunately, little mouse, despite all that has happened to this world, how pathetic. Perhaps there is one who kill him, and you will earn my